Hello.
It's us. Hi, everybody.
Greetings. Good morning. Salutations. Happy Wednesday. Hump day.
There's just so much crazy happening today, you guys.
Every day it's a new bucket of crazy. It's a whole new bucket. You know, you think you've unleashed the other bucket. You know, you've
poured it out.
You've poured it out.
It's empty.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be fine. You know, like I come in Wednesday, you think it's gonna be good. You know, there's not gonna be that much crazy. Oh my God, the crazy's overflowing in the bucket.
Because remember yesterday when we were like, oh, Kanye.
It's like, shove it back in. Shove the crazy back in the bucket.
Kanye had that night before last, he had the, just the meltdown.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe that.
He's having a bisolar episode.
Not that, we're professionals in diagnosing that.
I feel like we can diagnose this. I have a, soon-to-be daughter-in-law who is she's a professional, and she's like, that's what this is. That's precisely what this is.
I mean, it seems like that is fairly obvious.
And she has such a good heart, and so she's texting me yesterday going, I feel so bad for him because he is sick.
I mean, that is what I said yesterday. That I felt bad for Kim.
You totally did.
I mean, I do feel bad for him too, obviously. But, I feel bad for any actual people that love him and feel powerless to help.
Yeah.
Because, you guys, it's not over. He's still... Last night was it was the same thing, where he would tweet things, immediately delete them. Tweet, immediately delete. Yeah. But now, as a result of his meltdown again last night, the term Chris Jong-un is trending.
Now, I gotta say, I feel like that's fitting. Because, listen, if you're a person that has bipolar, the last thing you need is to be surrounded by these chicks.
Oh my God.
The last thing you need is to be any part of the Kardashian family. That's one thing I will say. Because, I mean, I'm sorry. That family is whack.
Because I would bet that being around them brings out bipolar that wasn't even there before.
I would become bipolar.
Right.
I mean,
I feel like that's pretty solid.
You need to not be around those women. Those women are horrible. Yeah.
He went on another Twitter storm last night. Here, I'll just give you an example. Here's a tweet. This is all one tweet. He said, they tried to fly in with 2 doctors to 5150 me. I've been trying to get divorced since Kim met with Meek.
Who's that?
Meek Mills is somebody. Meek Mill is a person.
It's a rapper?
I guess.
Okay.
Anyway, I've been trying to get divorced since Kim met with Meek at the Waldorf for prison reform. I got 200 more to go. This my lady tweet of the night, Chris Jong-un. Lil Baby, my favorite rapper, but won't do a song with me. Solid. All of that is one tweet.
That's solid right there.
What?
Solid.
In the world.
Yeah, there's a meltdown happening there.
Also, he did ask, he said something like 2020 vision or 2024. And then he said, I guess all black people supposed to vote on Biden. Y'all want me to run or nah?
You just cannot do that.
I can't.
You can't do it. You can't. I mean, you're such a white girl. You're so fragile is what's happening.
I know, all my fragility.
There's so much fragility happening over here, y'all. I can feel the fragility.
It just oozes out.
I can feel it. Come on.
But then he also says the future president, about himself. He said Chris and Kim put out a statement without my approval. That's not what a wife should do. White supremacy.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
But then he says nice things about Meek. He says, Meek is my man and was respectful. That's my dog. Kim was out of line. I'm worth $5 billion and more than that through Christ. But y'all ain't listened to MJ and now y'all believe them?
Is MJ the grandma?
I think it's Michael Jackson.
Oh.
Because he said...
No.
He said...
you lost me. I'm done. I'm just...
There was more when he said, MJ told you about Tommy before they killed him.
All right, I'm
referring to Tommy Mottola.
I'm thinking about last week's Yellowstone episode. I'm out. I'm out.
Well, anyway, Chris Jong-un is now trending on Twitter because of all this. But it is interesting that he said the D word, like he said the divorce word out loud.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's when my soon-to-be daughter-in-law and I were kind of chit-chatting about this via text messages last night. I was like, I feel like there's a divorce coming, and it's not going to be pretty.
It's going to be way worse than Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to be crapping in the bed.
I think they might.
Who's going to crap in the bed?
I don't know, but somebody's going to crap the bed.
I don't think anybody's going to crap in the bed. I don't think, like, fingers are going to get cut off. You know, I mean, like, that one was epic.
Well, they're not even in the same place physically. Apparently, they've been separated. Now, Dave Chappelle went to go visit him at the Wyoming ranch. Now they took pictures together and, like, a video with other dudes in it.
Whenever I think of them being at the Wyoming ranch, I think of, like, City Slickers. You know?
I love that movie.
I totally do,
love
right?
that movie.
With Norman?
Oh, my God.
You guys remember that movie? Yeah.
I love that movie so much.
I swear.
I love it.
Anyway, it's happening.
Yeah, so
there's going to be a big divizzle. Oh, shizzle. All up in here.
All up in here. Speaking of crazy, we mentioned yesterday that Cathy Areu has...
Oh, I gotta get the...
Yeah, you gotta
get the...
Get
Talk
it
about
ready.
it. This is so crazy.
Oh my God. So she's part of this joint lawsuit with Jennifer Eckert.
Wait, oh crap, stop.
Don't.
No, crap,
Rewind.
stop.
Rewind.
I can't. Okay, all right.
Okay,
sorry.
freeze.
All
Make
right,
sure you get the whole thing.
I froze it. I got it. It is
Okay.
right at the beginning. You
So
get all the crazy.
So she's accused Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, Gianno Caldwell, Howard Kurtz, basically everybody at Fox who has a penis, she is accusing of sexual harassment. So Cathy Areu, for those of you who may not be familiar with her, is known as the liberal Sherpa, and she is as batshit as they come.
Yeah.
There is nobody more batshit.
a lot of batshittery there.
So much batshittery.
A
And
lot.
so yesterday it was super exciting because I saw at the Spectator that they have completely dismantled her entire lawsuit. All the dates don't add up. The things that she says he said about only being able to stay at a certain party for a very short period of time doesn't add up. She said that he claimed he didn't have his family with him. Totally not accurate. All the dates are messed up. Her lawyer's even admitting that some of the dates don't line up. Her case is falling apart because she's crazy.
Yeah.
So I see that, and then I see this
I walk in this morning, and Mock is like, "Oh my gosh!"
I have no context
She's like,
for this.
"You have to." She goes, "You have to get this ready for all of our peeps."
There's no context. I don't know when this was recorded. I don't
Okay.
know where it was originally found. Somebody posted it on Twitter, but it is definitely Cathy Areu.
All right, you guys have to get ready for this jelly. Are you
Brace
ready?
yourselves.
I hope you're sitting down, because this is some clear crazy. If you're ready, okay,
Ready?
hold on.
I take
What the hell?
take responsibility for I'm not sure why they're taking responsibility.
What in the
But I'm
actual
taking
hell?
it.
I'll do it again. Hold on.
I take responsibility for I'm not sure why they're taking responsibility, but I'm taking it.
What
Okay, so there's that.
in the holy hell is that, you
What is
guys?
that? What happened there?
I'm sorry, but you don't
What-
get crazier than that.
What is that? What was that? What was that?
I mean,
I don't know what that was.
Anyway, she's completely crazy. Her case is crazy. I don't
Yeah.
believe a word of it.
Uh-huh.
And she can eat a bag of dicks. I loathe that woman.
Yeah, that was like,
Yeah.
that's right there. This is so useful. This is so,
I know. Love this present
This is
so much.
so useful.
By the way, speaking of presents,
Oh, we got some
did you guys see what happened yesterday?
with the wall of shame.
Did you see the Wall of Shame entry from yesterday?
If you haven't checked out our wall of shame, you got to do that.
You got to do that because it's kind of fun to see all the crazy there too.
Rob.
You okay? You having trouble with the door? What's going on?
You all right?
No, I'm good. How are you doing?
You're doing great.
Anyway, so yesterday, as you know, we got a lot of lovely gifts, and we always love to share those with you.
Always.
Because, first of all, we can't believe that we even get them. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
that
we
people
can't
send
believe
us
that
things.
people are actually here with us in the mornings.
And it's
Yeah.
nuts, right?
Yeah.
So we love to show the gifts to people, especially when they're from, small businesses, conservative businesses, and then we can promote those businesses by
Totally.
way of showing these gifts. Anyway, that's how we do, because this is our video, and we get to decide what's in it, right?
And I don't know if anybody knows this, but we do what we want. It's a free country, at least for now.
And
Yeah.
you guys, all 3,000 of you that are in here right now, we're not asking you to be here.
No.
We're glad that you are.
Like I said, it's a free country. It's voluntary. You
don't-
get to choose whether or
Yeah.
not you want to be here. And if you're like,
I don't like them.
these chicks suck, you get to go. You can go watch somebody else.
Totally.
Way cuter ladies.
For
They're
sure.
out there. I know they're out there.
You can we're
Yeah.
not making you watch, right?
Exactly.
Can I share a gift I got?
Sure.
Tammy sent this
Oh,
to me.
wait, Tammy.
We're,
That
that's a good one.
is a really good one.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
Do
one.
you love that or what?
It's big.
It's very
covers
big.
a lot of ground.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's
That
nice.
is.
Good job.
That is. Good for you.
It says this mask is as useless as our governor.
Very good, Rob.
Good
Excellent.
job. Good job reading it out loud.
He can read.
What if you have blind people listening?
Okay.
That's a
That's
great,
a fair
that's
point.
a great point.
I care about the disabled, so shoot
They're
me.
definitely not gonna like seeing all the gifts that we show on our videos then.
Anyway,
For sure.
so we show our gifts
Yeah, we do that.
like Rob just did.
Like Rob just did.
Uh-huh.
And then we got one of our top fans yesterday. And I see people sometimes thank us for bestowing the title of top fan on them. We literally have nothing to do that. I would love to take
that's
credit.
a Mark Zuckerberg thing.
That's just an automatic
Uh-huh.
Facebook thing. But I'm assuming that it happens to those people who frequently engage with our page, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's all I can assume. So a top fan in here who clearly watched the video after the fact said, "Why do you thank people in your videos? What are your videos supposed to be about anyway?" And I responded, they're about whatever we want them to be about.
Yeah.
Because they're ours.
It's just a free-for-all, man. And again, you don't have to be here. It's
Did you want a refund?
it's
I don't
like
know what to do about this.
Facebook has always been, and our social media, we've always approached it like, this is our house. You come in our house, and you're so welcome in our house. But if you take your crap on the floor in our house, we're going to dismiss you from our house. And we've always approached social media that way. So it's not even you being rude, because listen, there have been people that have been rude in my house. But if you are a jerk, like overall, just a general jerk, I'm going to ask you to leave.
Right.
I'm going to show you the door. And that's what we do. So it's like, be nice or leave,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I thought that was going to be the end of the conversation, that would give this person the hint that we get to do what we want. But he responded and he said, well, I fast forward through all of that.
Well, good for you.
And you should just send thank you notes. I was like,
That's neat.
okay.
Thank you for your observation.
What I
and your
wrote back
recommendation.
was, or we'll just continue to do whatever we want.
Yeah.
And you can do your videos however you want, and we promise never to presumptively tell you
Yeah.
how to do your own videos.
Because
how about that?
Because we won't watch your videos.
And you don't have to watch ours. Like, you really don't.
Because you
We
don't
like it
sound
that
you don't
do.
sound like a lot of fun. You don't
And
sound
then
like
there
fun
was
at all.
the girl. Should I tell about the girl too?
Oh yeah, there's a girl too.
Rebecca?
There's always like a backup. There's always a backup troll.
Did you guys see Rebecca's comment?
Oh,
By the way,
wait.
this is all on our website, chicksontheright.com. You can see the whole story. But
Yeah.
yesterday's video, Rebecca commented also after the fact, because the trolls like to come after a
Yeah.
lot of the times. And what did she say? She said, I can't believe you guys are voting for Trump after all the damage he's caused. And by the way, if
I'm
you
so
guys are
bored.
trying to get your own talk show, you would just be horrible at it. And so
Thank you.
I had to break it to her
Yeah.
that we've actually had our own talk show on the Indianapolis radio station. for 7 years.
Yeah, it's our day job. It's our day job. We do that right after our Facebook Lives. We have to go do that.
We have to.
It's our,
in fact, that's where we are.
That's what
is at a radio station.
Yeah, we do that. We come to work downtown every day, and then this is why we're together. We live 52 miles apart, but miraculously, we're here together at our job. That's
which is very conveniently right in between us.
Talk show on the radio. Yeah.
So it is a talk show that we already have. So I was like, you can reach out to our bosses and let them know how much we would suck at a radio job.
Yeah, 7 years later.
But I feel like they already know us pretty well.
They probably know that.
Anyway, it was just real. Trolls are so fun.
Yeah.
Now, some of them, like those two, I will engage with. Most of the time, if they're just going to be like super lame, like, you guys are the C word, then I'll just block them and move on with
my favorite is when they're like, you guys are Stepford wives.
Right.
And you are only voting for Trump because of your husbands. They're overbearing and they tell you what to do.
Right.
That's my favorite. I'm always like, really? Tell my husband that.
Yeah.
While I'm at work and he's at his job. Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Or the people that are like, why don't you guys do something useful and get a job?
Okay.
We are at our job right now.
I can't with people.
Anyway, if you're a troll, could you just not?
Or
seriously?
do better.
Yeah, do better.
Like, just do better, because we've heard all the insults, we've been called all the names over the past 12 years. Just step it up.
Yeah.
Because I'm bored. I'm bored with you.
But also, thank you for helping us make money. Because
that's
whenever
true.
there's good enough fodder for the wall of shame, and then traffic goes to that post about these trolls,
yeah, that's true. We do make money.
They actually make us money.
Yeah, and I like shoes.
Exactly.
So it does help us make money. So congratulations.
Good
on
job.
helping us do that. You idiots.
Good job. Oh my God.
Anyway.
All right. So what else is going on in the news
let's
world?
see.
Pelosi, by the way, is calling COVID the Trump virus now. Can you even? I mean,
yeah. What I told Mock this morning, I was going to say Miriam, but people are like, who's Miriam? That's you. But I told Mock this morning, I was like, sometimes I find myself thinking really bad things about Nancy Pelosi. And I feel bad about it.
But this is a safe space.
Is this a safe space?
Well, I mean,
not necessarily. We're with friends.
We are right now, but then the trolls come.
The trolls will come.
So we don't say all the things that are in your brain.
I won't say all the things that are in my brain, but I've said all the things to you. But but there are times where I'm just like, God, she's just awful.
The worst.
Like I think she's even more evil than Hillary Clinton.
I mean, if not more, they're definitely tied.
And I tell you why I think she's more evil, because she'll do the whole I pray for people.
Yeah.
I pray for our president. No, you don't. No, you don't.
You probably pray for bad things to happen to him.
No, I don't think she prays at all. If she prayed, then she wouldn't believe in abortion and all this other stuff. Like, you don't pray, so don't bring God into this. I don't like it when people do that. Don't try to act like you're this pious, wonderful person, and then you say stuff like that. Like, you say stuff. It's not the Trump virus. He didn't create this virus.
You know who did? China.
Yeah.
And that's why he says that. And that's completely fine for him to say. It's not racist for him to say it. It's just factual.
I mean, this is the thing. You cannot say that Trump created this virus. That is the most irresponsible, evil thing to say. Why would you do that? Why would you do that unless you just have the coldest, most awful heart?
Well, that's why. She has a cold, awful heart.
She really does.
She really, really does.
Shame on you, Nancy.
Mm-hmm. There's no question about it. She's one of the worst people walking around.
I mean, it's just a fact. It's a fact that it came from China. Trump had nothing to do with. He didn't start this virus.
He didn't eat a bat.
Yeah.
He doesn't like bats.
Yeah,
as far as I know. All right. So, did you guys watch his? Because now the COVID briefing things have come back.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of that?
I didn't. I saw the aftermath.
Was there aftermath?
Well, I mean, they were talking about it a little bit on the news.
Oh.
I saw like the post game.
The only thing I heard has nothing to do with COVID, and that is that they asked him during the Q&A part. They asked him about if he's been following the Ghislaine Maxwell case.
And what did he say?
Well, he said, I haven't really been following it. I met her numerous times because I lived in West Palm Beach. They lived in West Palm Beach. And I really wish her well. I really wish her the best. And I was like, why? Why would you wish her well?
Why would he
She's
say
literally
that?
a child sex trafficker.
Oh my God, why would he say
I'm
that?
hoping it's just because he is absolutely out of touch with what's happening with that whole case.
Oh my
Because
God.
how else do you do that?
Oh,
How else do you be
God.
like, well, I wish the best for her?
Why?
You should be
No.
wishing that she stays in jail for the rest of her
And that
days.
she rots in hell.
And that she sings like a bird.
Yeah, why? Wishes her well.
I thought that was really odd because people are going to be like, "Oh my God, that just proves that I don't know what it'll prove something." But people will.
Yeah, he should have just said like, I don't know anything
know.
about her, and I really don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gross.
Now I saw that you had put in the lineup about Ari Fleischer saying that Ari Fleischer put out a big tweet storm about first of all why Trump should not be part of these briefings.
He and Sarah Huckabee Sanders weighed in on these briefings.
Did she say the same?
And she gave advice as to what to do, but I liked his.
Yeah, because he
his
was
thoughts.
like, it's a mistake for him to do this, but if he's going to do it, here's how he should do it.
Yeah.
And there were
because he's
a
like,
lot of
listen, the
points.
room is a hot spot. There's too many reporters that don't want info. They just want to fight. And I totally agree with that. That's all they want. I mean, I think we all know that that's fact just based on the way that they go after Kaylee.
Which,
right?
speaking of which, what did you think about that whole... Did you guys hear the audio of that Al Jazeera reporter supposedly calling Kaylee a lying B-word? I did not hear that at all, you guys. I did not hear it at all. I literally heard what she said, which is, so you don't want to engage. That's what I heard. Like, to me, it was clear as day.
But you don't want to engage with what? What was she?
With
what
her.
Was, with her.
Yeah.
You want to engage with me.
Because she'd already asked 2 questions, and Kaylee was basically saying, you've already had your 2 questions, I'm done here, I'm moving on. And she called somebody else. She was like, okay, so you don't want to engage.
But even that is, I think, inappropriate.
I mean, yeah, it is, but it's totally different than calling her a lying B-word.
Okay, I hear you. But even saying you don't want to engage, okay, but that's not her job to engage.
Right.
Her job is not to engage with you.
Right, which is, I mean, listen, the journalists are out of control toddlers. There's no
and why
question
is Al
about it.
Jazeera there?
Well, that's a whole other question.
Curious.
But the fact that people are even trying to decipher whether or not she said, that she's a lying B-word, proves how bad journalists have become, right? But even if she didn't say it proves how bad they are.
Okay, fine. And whether she said it or she didn't say it, so you don't want to engage. 10 years ago, would somebody have said that?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's how bad these toddlers have become.
This is the thing.
Is that they'll just say that kind of stuff, and then people will be like, oh my God, did she say the B word? Did she not? Well, no matter what she said, she was a rude hag.
Yeah, she's rude, and they shouldn't be rude in that setting. And they were never rude to Obama. They weren't rude to George W. They weren't rude any time before Trump. No one was ever rude in that room until now, because it's like a free for all with Trump. They feel like they can with him, and it's unacceptable. They're so non-presidential with this guy. It pisses me off.
Well, and you know what happened immediately after the hullabaloo? She got jillions of followers.
Of course she
on
did.
social media.
Of course she did, because they're all looking for their 15 minutes. It's so Jim Acosta, they can write in their diaries about it.
But it works. They all want their moment, and that was her moment, and she got it, and now she's a name, right? Like, she's somebody we've never heard of, and now all of a sudden people know of her.
I gotta tell you, journalists are the worst. I mean, if my daughter ever came to me, she's 10. If my daughter ever came to me and said, "Mommy, I want to be a journalist," I would be like, "Mm-mm. I would rather you be an exotic dancer." I mean, I would have more respect for you.
That's going a little too far.
No, I'm serious. I have no respect for journalists. I have zero respect for journalists. Zero respect. Zero. Do y'all have respect for journalists? There is no such thing as journalism anymore.
Well,
they're all a bunch of liars.
It's not having a respect for journalism. It's that there are none left.
There are none left, and they all lie. They all lie. I mean, we're talking about the story today with that man who was fired, the teacher who was fired for the Trump tweet. Okay, we're talking about that. Well, I was so pissed about that last night. I was just like, this is so unacceptable. This cancel culture, everything that's going on in this country, blah. Okay, well, one of my friends who happens to live in that district wrote me last night, and he was like, well, this isn't the whole story. The whole story is going to come out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, wait a second. If it's not the whole story, then why hasn't the media told us the whole story? Because the media is telling us that this is why he got fired. So why isn't the media doing their job? Why doesn't the media ever do their jobs? I mean, did they just give out journalism degrees with an order of shrimp tacos now? Because I feel like that's what they do.
So what's the whole story? Did he say?
No.
Does he know more to the story?
He says he knows more.
And
I'm
he
like,
tell you?
No. Because he's like, I'm not going to say anything until they actually come out with the whole story. And
But
I'm
was
like,
he saying like the guy really got fired for more than that?
yeah, he said
That's what he implied?
He implied that he got fired for a little bit more than that. And I'm like, okay, well, but what is it?
Yeah.
And if there's more, why didn't the media do its actual job, which is to investigate, because it's supposed to be investigative journalism, right? I mean, I have no respect for these people. All they do is they want to persuade people. It's persuasion now. It's agenda driven. It's propaganda. That's all they do. They don't give stories. They don't they don't actually investigate stories. They don't go in and do the investigative work. It's like that woman that was killed here in Indianapolis. We didn't find out about it until weeks later. She was killed for saying all lives matter. We didn't find out about it until weeks later, and people were getting on our case because we weren't talking about it on the radio. They were mad at people like us who didn't discuss it. We didn't know about it. We didn't know about it because the media doesn't do their jobs. They don't do their job. We're not media. We're commentators. We do commentary on stories that are supposed to be investigated by the media. How are we supposed to know about this stuff if they don't do their jobs?
Yeah.
They're paid to do a job. They don't do it. What they want to do is they want to craft a narrative and they want to persuade people to think a certain way, which is why now we're all a bunch of white supremacists, right? I mean, it's disgusting.
Even Kanye thinks so.
It's absolutely disgusting what these people do. I'm disgusted by them. Disgusted. They're horrible. Journalists make me sick. They make me sick.
Still, I
Period.
feel like maybe, if she wants to do that, maybe she wants to make it better.
No.
And don't have her be a stripper.
Well, she's not going to be a stripper. She's going to be like an engineer or something of value. That's my point. She's not going to be a stripper. My point is, and I was kidding. My point is that I seriously, if she came to me and said I want to be a journalist, I'd be like, I'm not paying for that. I'm not, because I know that she'd go through 4 years of school and she would be taught how to persuade people and how to be indoctrinated, obviously, and not how to actually do journalism, because that's not what they teach these kids to do, obviously, because none of them get out and do actual journalism. Am I wrong?
No. I can't think of a single journalist left.
Yeah.
Really, not
And
a
we
one.
know that our universities are being run by liberals, so they're not teaching them to do actual journalism. Nope, I can't think of one person right now who's an actual journalist. Except for that, there's that one red-haired chick. Who was the one that was in the spring? Remember, what was her name? You know what I'm talking about?
In the spring?
No, that was in the Arab Spring that was attacked.
Oh, Lara Logan.
She was, yeah.
Yeah, she
She's-
actually journalism.
She actually has done some journalisming, but she's older.
I would say Catherine Herridge, too, is
She's
a pretty
old.
good
She's
journalist.
older, but for the most part, no more.
Yeah.
Like kids who get out today, 20-somethings.
Remember
Nope.
when it just used to be the questions?
Who, what, when,
why-
where, why,
Yeah.
how? Who, what, when, where, why, how?
If those are what you answer, you don't start embellishing stories with your own opinion or your own flavor.
Everybody does it. Everybody gives opinion. It's all op-ed now. It's all op-ed. There is no such thing. The Walter Cronkites of the world, they're dead and gone.
Literally.
They are, literally. Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Somebody said exotic dancers aren't necessarily strippers. I was kidding. My daughter can't
We're
dance.
going to go ahead and focus on just that.
My daughter
for the
cannot.
rest of
You
this
guys,
video.
she can't dance at all. She can't.
Why is Don Henley trending? Oh my God.
Oh my God, Don Henley,
Be
what?
alive, be alive, be alive. Okay, it's just his birthday. It's fine. I always get worried when I see a name trending on Twitter and I'm like, oh
my
God, has
gosh.
somebody died? No, it's his birthday. It's his birthday, that's all. It's okay. It's okay. Wait, Morning Joe is trending.
Okay, so speaking of saying inappropriate things about your kids, which I was kidding you guys, Allie Wentworth, who is the wife of George Stephanopoulos, she's like,
She's schmoopy.
you should watch porn with your kids. Really?
You should.
Or maybe just don't. Maybe just don't. Maybe
What was her rationale?
her rationale was they're gonna watch it anyway. You can't stop it.
So you're supposed to watch it with them to
Show them that that's like that. There's like it's not normal. That's not normal. To show them like what or tell them what normal sex is.
I mean, can't you just say that without actually watching?
Or-
Can't you just say
'cause she
porn is a very misrepresentative thing?
Oh my God. Or, because she's like, they're going to watch it anyway. Really? How about you parent? How about you parent and make sure they don't watch it?
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's a big ask, right? Like, because you're not with your kid 24/7 at the ages that they typically start watching the porn. You know what I mean? You can't, if you have a friend go to a friend's house, you're not a bad parent because that house has porn that you don't know about.
Were you going to go to their friend's house and watch it with them?
No,
At
but
the
I'm just
friend's
saying.
house?
I'm just saying. It's not. I always get a little bristly when you immediately say, "Don't." You just parent because it's not that easy, right? Like my parents had a hell of a time with my sister growing up, and it's not because they're bad parents. There's just only so much that you can control. But of course, you don't watch porn with your kids. Like
Yeah.
Allie Wentworth, schmoopy, is whack to say that. But it's just. But I get it. Like
But this
it's
is
hard.
the thing. There's a whole gaggle of people that are like, oh my God, I'm so going to watch porn with my kids.
I mean, that's
Because
freaking whack.
that is so progressive.
No.
And I'm the cool mom. No, you're an idiot mom. Don't watch porn with your kids.
That's nuts. That's totally
That's ridiculous.
nuts.
It's ridiculous.
That's
kids,
Cathy Areu level crazy.
Kids should not be watching porn.
Right.
Okay?
And you should obviously try to make sure to the best of your ability that they don't.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you're a bad parent if for some reason they get their hands on porn.
And you should be telling them that it's not okay.
No,
that's
it's
what
not.
good parents should be doing.
Yep.
This is the thing. This is what I like. What is wrong with people?
Well, there's parents like Allie Wentworth,
And
right?
this is
That's
like
what's wrong.
this is all like on Splashed on Us magazine.
Oh my god.
It's like that is the title of this article on Us magazine. Like she's supposed to be some awesome progressive person.
Well, and the fact that she and George, she says that they have sex twice a day.
I
'cause
don't
we gotta
want to even know that.
We're supposed to know
I don't
that.
want the visual. I don't
You
want
have
to
it
know
now.
it.
You're thinking it. George Stephanopoulos and Schmoopy engage in relations of a sexual nature twice a day.
I don't know if I believe that.
So does Suzanne Summers and her husband.
No, I believe that.
And they're like in their 90s.
I totally believe that.
Wait, I don't think that's probably.
Because I think they have nothing else to do. I mean, they're like all retired. What is she going to do? She has nothing else to do.
How old is she?
But George Stephan, they don't have time.
George and Allie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that seems a little.
Extreme.
It seems a little
Seems
far-fetched.
a little extreme.
But she's like, it's true. We're just super hot for each other. That's what she says. God. I wonder if she calls George Stephanopoulos Schmoopy when they're
Or
having
Snuffleupagus.
when they're having relations
call him
of a sexual nature.
So grossed out by you right now. So grossed out. I'm
Isn't
not.
she a lot taller than
I'm not
him?
eating breakfast now. Like I'm not. She
Is
just
she-
ruined my entire breakfast.
Is
Are
she
you guys
taller?
grossed out?
Is she taller than him?
Yeah, she's taller.
Like by a lot. Right?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah, she's like my little Oompa Loompa. I'm so grossed out. Oh my God! Everybody's nostalgic for 2019. There was a
God,
study done. I
remember?
don't know why that we had to do a study for that. I
Did
mean, it's
somebody
like
spend money on that?
somebody spent money on a study, and they were just like, "Oh, we're all nostalgic for 2000." Duh.
Yeah.
2020 sucks. I think we all know that 2020 sucks, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Those
we're
were
just
the
trying
days.
very hard to just have gratitude for the little things, right? We're trying very hard to be like, hey, it's like, this is a great meal. And like, this mask is really pretty. And I love my family and my friends, and I'm grateful for the little things. And you try to be grateful for all the little things, right? What are you guys grateful for?
Because 2020 it's a hard year.
It's a hard year.
Interestingly enough, this is the first year ever that my family decided to do a jar of positivity where we do actually write down once a week.
Is it hard?
Yes, it is really hard.
I wonder how hard that is.
It really
Because
is.
you
You
gotta,
guys.
do you have to think of, do you say the same thing every
No.
week?
Oh, no.
You have to think of different things?
Yeah, because we're supposed to base it on the week before.
Okay.
Like we're supposed to reflect on the week that we've just had.
Do you ever say just like the steak I ate yesterday?
I mean, sometimes I'm sure. I haven't read my husband's or my son's because we're
Yeah.
gonna read those on New Year's Eve. But I'm sure that some of theirs are like that.
Yeah.
I try to do a little bit more specificity. Also because I want to just remember the fun things
Yeah.
about the year.
Yeah.
So like, I'll do something like, oh, this weekend I got to see so-and-so, and we had dinner together or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
I just try to remember what I did and just think about like, surely in a week's time, something good.
So you do
It's
one
possible.
thing you're grateful for.
Just one thing, because it's literally like on a piece of paper.
So
this
you'll
big.
have 52 things that each one of you is grateful for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then we'll.
That's a great idea. I mean,
But I mean, can you believe that this is the year that I decided
yeah,
to do
I
it?
know this year, but it's probably the best year for you to do it because then you're sort of forced to go, okay, what am I grateful for? And listen, gratitude changes
hard.
everything. I always tell my daughter, gratitude changes your entire mindset. You have to be grateful for things. Like I always wake up in the morning and I think, okay, because
You woke up.
Well, yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I'm a big talk to God person, but I always think, okay, what am I grateful for? It just changes your mindset, right? You gotta
That's a good idea to think about it in the morning.
you gotta think about what you're grateful for in the morning.
Because mostly I just think, oh my God, I don't want to get up.
I know. But you're on the right side of the ground. You're on the right side of
That's
the ground, right?
What?
I'm grateful for the both of you.
Oh, that's so nice. Rob is grateful for the both of us. We're grateful for you guys.
Really grateful.
Grateful for all of you guys being here, coming here every day. You
We
know?
got things to do.
I know. It's time to go. I just saw the clock. Okay.
He's so mean.
He's very strict.
So worky.
My arm is a little bit better.
You know what everybody needs right now is a goat.
Yes.
How do I make this work?
Press the little... Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I'll do it again. Hold on. Everybody needs a goat. A little bit of goat. There you go. All right, a screaming goat. That's what we all need on a Wednesday. You guys, bring it in!
I'm doing it gently today.
Look at me. I'm doing like a what is it? Like, remember ISIS? Is it?
No, you're just like Wonder Woman.
No.
With their
No, remember when ISIS wasn't ISIS? It was like the Electra Woman and Dinah Girl ISIS.
Oh,
You
yeah,
remember?
yeah.
Remember when it wasn't like the mean ISIS, the terrorist ISIS? It was like, it was Electra Woman and Dinah Girl. Do you remember? Am I
It
aging
doesn't-
myself?
It doesn't
I'm
look
aging
like a hug. You're
It
gonna
doesn't.
need
I was
to-
like,
You're going to need to bring it all the way
I'll bring it all the
in.
way in. Okay, you guys, I'm bringing it all the way in. You guys, have a great day. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.